problem child, cause I got too wild, but now that's how I'm getting paid. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe OMI DEVVE DEFX DACAT update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Cheap. Hello to Cheap. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. There's a ton of VeVe transactions that we have to go over. What are the transactions? What are they doing? Well, there's a video that Dr. Collect was on. It's about this kind of collectively. What the heck is the dude's name? Apparently, it is not in my history. I thought it was, but apparently I am being derp right now because I don't see it. Oh yes, it's by Collectively, and it's Dr. I'm 2 minutes into it, and Dr. Collect, formerly known as Dr. Profit, is on there, and he's talking about how they've started already moving their the tokens that are on Immutable X, and they're transferring them to the Collect chain, and that's where the transactions come from. More on that later. I'm trying to get Tammy on stage, but it is not letting me. It is not letting me add her. Tammy, I don't know if you're there. It says you're on stage, but I don't see you, unless it's StreamYard acting up, and maybe if it is StreamYard acting. Oh, there we go. How you doing, girl?
Yeah, I'm here.
Meow. Howdy, howdy.
Yeah. Hold on, sorry.
Okay. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The phone goes off, you know.
Yeah, so I know you don't have too long over here.
Yeah,
maybe
probably
about
30, 40 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So first off, congrats. Because you were named everyone's favorite dealer in
Well, not favorite. It's supposed to be dealer of the series, but yes, same thing. Because all it is a popularity contest. We know that.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, you are very popular. You had a bunch of VeVe and DACAT people, the DACAT
Wonderful
family.
people. I appreciate y'all.
Showing up. That was fantastic. Showing up for you. And it looked to be, so let me find this freaking thing on so that people know what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Meow, meow, meow,
you want me to explain it while you're looking?
No, I got it. So it was originally a post by Nadia.
Yep.
Nadia Magnus saying
she is a female professional or female poker pro. Yep. Very very good.
Nadia.
Yep.
Amazing. She looks like a Bond girl.
Oh yeah, she does.
Got that look, and oh my God, the rock on her finger. That is a that is a good for her. Anyway.
Okay, so I got to tell you, these poker players, the guys wear Rolexes. Women that are married wear big ass rocks. Absolutely amazing. They're all amazing. Well, not all of them, but for the most part, they're all cool. But it's like when you're doing this, you start to pay attention to people just to see how they present themselves. A lot of men wear like one of my friends, his name's Antoine. He's a pro. Well, he has a job. I think he has a job, but he plays a lot of poker, and he has this big, thick gold chain. So we're in Vegas this year. We're playing an event in WSOP. I said, and we're like on dinner or something. We were talking. I said, hey, I got a question for you. And he's like, what? I said, is your chain real? And he laughs at me. He's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, just because I see so many of these pros wearing these big, thick chains.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I like jewelry. I mean, I wear like 10 grand in my ears, you know, but they're like diamonds. It's not like big, thick. Yeah. No, nobody robbed me, just so you know. But I wear, you know, I know I got you all to protect me. We're good.
You're gonna have to like, damn it. Okay,
don't you know, cut off my ears or something. But anyway, you know, and I have jewelry, but I don't wear it everywhere. And Antoine was explaining to me that he doesn't wear it everywhere. He only wears it when he's playing cards or he's going out on a date or whatever. It's for special occasions. But I'm telling you, these guys, there's these young kids. When I mean young, I mean like I dealt to this kid. I think he was 20 years old. Came down from Jersey to play this poker series, had a freaking Rolex. Nice. That's like, yeah. So very, yeah. They all are pretty chill. I mean, they're good people for the most part. Some of them can be pretty assy, but
So Nadia had posted, we're going to select the best dealer of the series by a
Yeah.
simple vote, choosing from 3 front runners that received overwhelming support from a lot of people. This was on X. You had Millie Berman, poor Millie, that got 3% of the vote.
Okay, so let me explain to you about Millie. The
Okay.
thing about Millie is that she, after like the first 4 or 5 days of working, she got hurt on the job.
Okay.
She was tapping into a table, and a player was backing up. So the way that the tables are, it can be very, very close, very tight net. And this player who's like 6'5", big guy, pushes his seat back, and it rams into her, and her knee buckled. So she wasn't even there for 90% of this contest.
Okay.
Yeah. So to be a little fair, she wasn't there.
Okay. Then it's Tammy Hanna with 52% of the vote, and then a Tracy Osborne with 45. And there was obviously a bunch of people, including me, going and saying totally voted for Hammy. Got the VeVe, got the Decat fam. Everyone's going out crazy.
Everybody was great.
And it was awesome. And then so tell us what the prize was for this.
So the prize was $5,000, which is, I mean, a lot of money. Very grateful. But one thing that people need to understand is I didn't get to keep all that money for myself. When you're in Steve-O, who's also a dealer, can testify this. When you're a dealer and you're getting money, you have to put it in the toke pool for everybody. Or if you're dealing cash, you put it in your toke. You have to pay taxes. You have to report it. And if you don't, there's the potential of you losing your gaming license, you not being invited back for a job. So my intention was always to put it through the toke pool, because they hire between 100 and 120 dealers every time I go to Florida, and we all work together. Don't get me wrong. There's some dealers that are by far not on the higher tier.
Yeah.
Would be a nice way to say it. I mean, but that's every spot. But to get into Florida, or another spot would be like the NAPT in Vegas that I do.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are handpicked dealers that go, and a lot of them are referral. Like Florida is referral only. If you don't got a referral from somebody, eyebrows on point, I pay for those. Sorry.
How much to shave the eyebrows?
Oh, I'm not shaving my eyebrows. Never going to happen.
What if it was like $3,000?
No, I have to. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. I would shave them for $3,000 if it was during a time where I didn't have to go to work for a month so they could grow back.
I mean, you could put on fake. Like, there's no rule saying that you can't put on fake eyebrows. Like I did it back in the day.
Oh, I remember when you shaved yours. I remember that.
And they came back pretty quickly too.
Yeah, but yeah, no. And when I say pay for my eyebrows, I get them shaped. I get them waxed. I don't.
I might do it again too. They're a little thick.
Oh, like, hold on. I can't see. I have no glasses on. So you see them? Yeah, very bushy. Yep. I got to get them. I got to get them thinned out. But yeah. So anyway, getting back to the poker thing. This contest. It was. I just want to tell everybody I'm so grateful. There was a bit of drama having to do with it.
Spill the tea, girl.
I'm going to spill the tea. Tracy, who was one of my dearest friends for many years.
I met her at least once.
And
I had opinions on her from the start.
You did. And to be fair, I lived with her. I traveled with her. I didn't see things the way that somebody from an outside point of view would see. And I am very grateful to her for helping me get into travel dealing. But it was time for us to part ways as friends. And so we talk when we need to, and that's pretty much it. So when Nadia posted that poll to pick out of the top 3, Um, that's so funny. I can, like I woke up and Tracy was ahead by 73%. And I'm like, yeah, I got a lot more friends. Just saying. And it was just one of those things where I knew that I wanted to do the right thing and put that $5,000 in our dealer pool. Because there's so many great dealers. We all work together. It's a great work crew. And I think that Tracy would have found a way to not do that, which is not fair to the other dealers that work very hard.
Yeah,
and
really
so,
shitty.
Yeah. And so it all worked out, which I'm grateful. There are some things that there was a comment that I heard that if we did not turn it in. So basically, sometimes to get away from actually putting a tip or like this money into our tote pool for everybody is to get it given off property.
No.
And I've heard of it happening. I've never had that happen for me because if it's found out about, you could lose your job, you could lose your gaming license. It's just not worth my job for that. Yeah. But I've heard of people getting of doing that. And to be fair with Tracy, she never once told me this, but I believe that's what she would have wanted to do and not put it towards everybody's pay, which is for me not exactly fair for everybody else that works really hard. So it worked out. So again, I want to thank everybody in the community. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know everybody, and and like I told Randy earlier today, he's like family to me. You know, Fam Bam, Sparky, we travel a lot together. I love them with all my heart. And I have just so many people in the community that are Magic. I mean, O'Malley, they're all just great people. Oh, can't forget Max and Janie because they all vote. I mean, and for everybody that voted for me that I don't know, because I know I got 52% of the votes and over 150 people voted for me. I'm not using, okay, Dog Boy, I am not using all three. I'm using one.
There's, oh yeah, the keychain.
Keychain. So I use one. The other two are sitting on my dresser, you know, so, but yes, I do use one. But when he did that for us in Vegas, I said, well, can I have three since I have three logos? So he gave me three.
I haven't been able to use many keychains as after Vegas. I went to, yeah, sure. After Vegas, I went to chill with
See,
Rain and oh, nice. Yeah.
See, I do use that.
I chilled with Raxel and Rain in an undisclosed part of the world. And then I flew to, once I flew back to Ohio, I slept for a day. I went to the gym on Saturday and then I got super sick on Sunday. And
I know we saw that in the group chat and we are, I mean, so grateful that you are feeling better.
Good times.
Because we miss you.
Yes, I miss you guys too. And I'm on live yesterday, and I put put in there how where's our group chat? Oh, so far now. Okay. How I was gonna have I got a new bae, and she's flying out for the weekend before my birthday, and somebody said where
I saw that Fam Bam.
Yeah, it's like, is it Fam Bam? I was like, no,
okay,
it's not.
So just so everybody knows, it is not Fam Bam. She's got her own bae, even though we all haven't met him yet.
Yeah, is he real? Like I was there, like I was in their hood, and there was no. I don't know if he's real. I don't know if he's real.
Oh no, I saw a picture. I think we
got pictures can be photoshopped, especially with AI now.
Stop it.
No,
Stop it.
What's up, Omar? How's it going, fam?
Oh, Omar's great.
Yeah, we love Omar. But yeah, so that was the other thing in the group chat, and then and then so get back to the story how she had the audacity to go in and try to say that she would take her money off and not share it.
I heard, I don't have confirmation, but you know, I heard that somebody had told her that she should just put it in the dealer pool, and she said, no, I'm going to keep it. And which is, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's $5,000. We could all use $5,000. I mean, I have about $5K in credit card debt, which is not a lot. It'll be paid off in the next couple months. Not a big deal. But I'm going to the Bahamas in January for vacation. I'm hoping I might be going, do you remember Alvear?
Yes.
Remember Alvear in the he used to do the OTC deals, you know, with when they did when we could do transfers and stuff. So I have a friend who is Filipino who owns property in the Philippines. And to be fair, there's a lot of islands in the Philippines. I get that. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to reach out to him because I think I might be going to the Philippines in April.
Sweet.
Yeah. Sweet. So I definitely want to do a lot more. So anybody who wants to do like if international stuff, I really want to travel internationally. So anybody wants to host me, let me know. I'm in.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Hell yeah. There's what is it we got here? The rest of December, I might see you for a day.
On New Year's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I might see you for a day.
Yeah, you got my dress.
I do have your dress. And for those that are wondering, we all just shared a room and I happened to.
Yeah, it's not like, no. His flight left, or no, Rain was leaving early and he just packed up and we were all sleeping and clothes were everywhere. There was like 4 or 5 of us in the room and yeah.
Yeah, I assume some of my stuff is with you or
no, I got some of your stuff too.
You do? Okay. And Famim has some of my stuff too. So it's good that I'm going to Arizona.
Yeah, and I think it's I washed them and everything. It's your gray like tank top type shirt thing. Nice. And then I think it's shorts or sweats or something, and then your sunglasses. I have your sunglasses.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, they coming over next week, and then the week after I have a Christmas party I gotta go to. It's in West Virginia. So that'll be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, nice little Christmas party. And then I'll be in South Carolina for a little bit and then Arizona.
Nice.
Yes, it'll be good times.
I'll be in North Carolina in February, if anybody's in North Carolina.
February.
I'll be in Jersey. January 1st.
Atlantic City. Nice.
Yes.
January. I am gonna go to Florida in January. I'm gonna go and get
Ava.
So yes, but also with the Bay, because we are going to have a so yes, because I don't think anyone else is coming to Eva. So I was like,
but when is it in January?
I don't know yet. She mentioned a date. I forget which date. So I will coincide it with that.
Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, I gotta show you a picture. Look at Dog Boy's texting me while we're live streaming. Oh my God, I look so fat. This is so bad. I look so bad. I think I'm drunk at this point. Look. Oh, can you see it?
Yes, it is. Is that you and Raxel? Heather. Okay.
Coming out of your limo.
I remember. It was a good night. Great night. Omar says, another Bay. I thought we were all your Bay. You are all my Bay, but I have a Supreme Bay that is not official yet. It's probably not going to be official for a couple months. We got to fill each other out. But
is this somebody that you've known for a while?
Yeah. We've never actually met in person. We've been in the same group chats for like 9 years.
Okay.
And she knew I was on a crusade to find a Bay over the last month. And then she had said, you know what, now or never. And she slid into the DMs and she's like, let's when's a good weekend to meet? And I was like, okay, let's go.
You so deserve to be happy.
We shall see. I mean, good so far, but it's just been text and call. And
I know, but you know what? That's all. Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah. Because I really wanted to find one before crypto takes off, and we're getting close. So yeah.
You brought up crypto, which is why we're talking. I mean, this is all about crypto.
Of course.
Tell me. So, just so everybody is aware, when I'm working, I am very out of the loop. Very don't see stuff. But I saw something on Telegram with a link to one of your streams, and unless I'm like listening to it while you're live and stuff, I really don't go back. I mean, sometimes I go back and listen, but unless if I'm driving or stuff, I will. But normally I don't. I just call you and ask.
Yeah.
So what was Wes referring to when he said, is Randy okay? He put it in Telegram, and he said, is Randy okay? He's going to be out of he's getting away from crypto or away from live streams in July, because just so, I mean, we've already made this public. I own a percent. Well,
Yes.
you can say I own 5%, just 5,
Yes.
you know, not much.
Yeah.
And I'm not even close to being even. So I need you to stick around for a little bit.
You got a.
I got a little something yesterday.
You got a little something yesterday, yeah.
I was happy.
Yeah, yeah.
I was not happy about plugging in my Trezor to get the address because it's very depressing. Oh my God. I looked at my Fidelity account. That's really depressing.
Oh yeah. It'll get back. It'll get fixed. Hold on, let me
Well, I'm down like 60. I
damn.
mean 60K, yeah. It doesn't, I mean, it's unrealized gains. It doesn't even matter because unrealized losses, I should say. But so tell me what that was referring to when Wes said something.
First, I got to take pictures of the
my hair's like all wonky. Sorry, I really don't like the fact I can see myself because then I know. Oh, there, much better. Okay.
I got to take pictures and send it in the group chat that the Bay is in to say like, hey, the speculation.
Are you willing to have a little Randy?
We'll get to that. Okay.
I said we'll get to it. We're getting some juicy scoop here at the moment.
Okay, so the West thing, West likes to, what is his freaking channel? Hang on.
Wes has a channel?
No, his X account.
His X, okay.
So go into it right here, and so he actually made a couple posts today that weren't about me.
Oh, that's surprising because they're usually about you.
The last like couple days, hey, there's a post about me. Hey, there's a post about me. Hey, there's another post about me.
He posts
and then
about
it wasn't
you all
live
the
for a few
time.
days. So I feel like he gets a lot of his 2,400 followers are probably largely from just me. He part of the reason how he gets that is that he takes a lot of clips, obviously that you've seen of me. He reposts them, and several of them are taken very out of context. The one that I think you're referring to is him saying that crypto doesn't move in the first half of 2026 and it won't be around.
Yeah.
It is meant of the fact that I will have enough with me to restart the high risk lending machine again.
Okay.
And I will go in and I mean, if we hadn't moved by that point, then it's like, okay, we're probably going to, who knows how long it takes. And I would rather restart that machine. And now with a little more money, I can make a lot more.
Are you,
and this way,
when you say that, does that mean you're going to be selling what you have in crypto to do that?
No, I would not do that.
That's what I was wondering, because, you and I have a lot of the same stuff. So I'm just curious.
No, I wouldn't sell the crypto down here. But also, like the second before this clip, it was just, or the second after it, is just like, guys, I also expect one of my things to moon in like the next couple of weeks, and that would be Debbie. So I got a little bit.
You have more Debbie than I do now.
Well, I started buying a bit more. I'm up to 112,000 tokens.
Yeah. See, and I haven't bought any more.
Yeah, so I've been going hard here, and I plan to get probably another 5,000 tokens. So I plan to get another 5,000 tokens in like the next week or so, and then
aren't they supposed to do that exchange announcement this month?
They will, and this is what. So, or they should. They could announce it.
You said should.
Yeah, so they could announce it the week of Christmas. They could announce it on Monday. Like they could possibly announce. So,
but it's supposed to be before like by December 3rd, or the end of the year, correct?
Yeah, they should have a announcement on who their exchange partner is, and we've kind of narrowed it down to like, it could be London, it could be Beijing, could be wherever, but the evidence seems to point to a US stock exchange.
Yeah.
And whether it's New York Stock Exchange, whether it's NASDAQ, like whatever it is, the light that's going to be shown onto DEVVE
Right.
is going to be huge. It's like a spotlight.
I hope
And
so.
just the awareness factor alone should be enough buy pressure to get rid of anyone that's looking to sell. And then again, there's not many places that you can get it, so there should be a squeeze, and we should probably see like a 5x plus on it. If not, like the old high is $1.80.
What is it? Okay, I gotta Google it now. I gotta look at. Oh,
so the old price is $1.80, or the old high is $1.80. We've reached that twice. Many people thinking we go well beyond that just off the announcement, but a lot of people that would hear it, let's say if it's on like Fox News or MSNBC or wherever,
they're gonna FOMO in.
They will, but a lot of them might not have crypto, and if they try to get it, it's to be like, okay, here's a Coinbase account, and it's going to take a week for us to hold your funds because it's the first time. So
unless you wire it, right? But
it might be prolonged, and it might be.
Is only. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's only $1.55.
Yeah, so $1.80 is the old high. If we break through that, Believes Crypto had come on and said like, Believes Crypto is coming on and saying like $5 to $10, like just off the announcement. And that's just the announcement. That's not including like the actual role of the exchange, having DEVVE as that main utility thing. So there's a lot of things that'll happen.
If it hits $5, I mean, well, that's it's like $500,000 for me. I mean, it'll be tough for me not to sell at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep 100K tokens, but anything above that, I'll roll into other stuff, or I'll roll into like.
Yeah, see, I know I want to keep some. I think because I only have like 90,000 tokens, 91,000, I think, tokens. But I'll start selling percentages. I mean, I will be happy if I can just get even with all of my crypto investments. If I can get, I think that's about 170 grand.
Yeah.
Give or take. Not including my Fidelity account. That's not including that. So we're talking probably 250,000, including everything. Yeah. So if I could get that out, everything else I'm just free rolling.
Yeah. One of the things that I wanted to do was sell some shares in another company that I had. I mean, I have shares in a lot of companies, but and they were doing a Series A funding round, and now like they're not anymore. And it's like, oh, I was supposed to get like another 30K, and I was going to chuck probably most of that into crypto.
You know, did that thing we were talking? You were supposed to have something. I don't remember what it was. Something in November. You're hoping. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that was this one company that I had done some work for them like last year. And they were looking to just sell the entire thing, like themselves, to someone else. And the person that was behind it, like, does have a lot of connections. And I was like, and they had mentioned to me, like, hey, you know, I believe in relationships, and if we're able to do this, we're going to give you X amount of, and I was like, oh my God. And then I don't know what happened, but they were slowly kicking people out of like the Telegram. And I remember what it was now. I had never sold, like, anyone that had sold their tokens but were still like in the Telegram or whatever.
Right.
They were like kicking out, and I think rightfully so.
Yeah. It would be like the Goals of a Logo group.
Yeah.
You know.
But I'd never sold the tokens, and then when they were like, hey, and it wasn't worth that much. It was worth like maybe several hundred dollars. So. But when they were doing the thing, there's like, hey, just, you know, show us where you have your tokens. And I looked through like all my Phantom wallets. I looked through all my like MetaMask, and I was like, I listen, I've never sold it, but wherever they are, I don't know. So listen, consider them burned. Like, I'm not going to ask for more, like, you know, but because of that, they're like, okay, so you don't even have, huh?
You can't find yours?
No, I have no idea where they. So I know that they had sent them somewhere, and I'm sure it was with, but whatever wallet they sent it to, I don't know where it is. I looked in through all of them. That was a pain in the balls. And I was like, just consider them burned.
I don't have balls, son.
But because of that,
sorry,
they were just like, okay,
I've
so
had a little You know, we're going to a Christmas party. I had to start early.
I figured. But because of that, they're like, okay, you don't have any, you're not a token holder. So like they kicked me out of the group, and I was like, wait, like, so now I'm just assuming even if they do sell, I'm getting nothing. So
okay.
but
yeah, we had talked about that. Yeah,
because even though that had happened before.
Oh my God, what kind of, hold on, time out. The last comment. It doesn't matter if the new bay is hot or not. Just so y'all know. It does not matter.
It doesn't matter?
No. As long as you guys do your thing, whatever. No, it doesn't matter. My perception of somebody being hot is different than Randy's perception of somebody being hot. Probably not. We have pretty similar tastes. Probably not.
I feel like
we have similar tastes, so probably not. But I'm just saying it doesn't matter. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. So VeVe, Devi is on Coinbase wallet. You can get it there, 32 cents. I have 112,000 tokens, which right now is not worth a lot because it's like 32 cents, as you said. But
yeah, I know my dollar cost average is like 56 cents. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I had I did get some at like 15 cents way back in the day, and then some at 30, and then some at $1, some at like $1.50, and then you know, back at $1, and then you know, so I don't know what it is. It's probably I probably put like 40 to 50K in, and it's like 35 now. So
oh, see, I didn't put I didn't put as much as you did. You said 30 or 40, I think. Oh no, I put more in. I put like 60 grand in. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking of Definity. So I'm pulling up Definity. Because Definity, my dollar
we got paid on that last night.
I got but my dollar at the time, my dollar cost average was like 26 cents. But now I would say it's probably around 22 cents.
You mean 2.6 cents?
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. We'll say we're thinking it's going to go to 22 cents. Then I'll be happy.
Oh, we're thinking several dollars. Like we're thinking, yeah.
By June.
I do have to send. I'll send you something real quick. I'll text it to you.
Zombie wants to know if your bae is going to come on the live stream eventually.
Yes. I talked to her about it. She's a little shy. You might see like next week. You might see like a hand, like if I go live, which I might not, because you know. But if
just tell her we're all shy at the beginning, and then it just comes naturally.
Okay, like Selena Gomez in 2011.
You what?
Selena Gomez had a song called "Naturally" in 2011.
Yeah, I just remember the first time you and I went live together.
Okay, yeah.
We'd gone live in like I don't know. I want to say like January. I don't even remember. And then I had met up with Silicon that following month, and he says to me, "How does it feel being an influencer?" I said, "I'm not no influencer. What are you smoking?" And he goes, "Oh no, you are. Just wait." And it's like 3 years later, and now we're all chill. And yes, Zombie, I'm very natural now. Again, because you know we're all family. It works out, and I cannot wait. Are we leaving? Oh, okay. I can't wait for the next meetup. I gotta bounce. We're going to Christmas party. I love you guys. And I'll talk to you, and I'll see you on New Year's.
All right. Bye, friendos.
Love you. Bye. I know.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. So now we have some questions to answer. Then we'll go over the crypto. We'll go over the news. Okay. Yes. So she will be on stream at some point. Now this next weekend, if I do stream, she might just be like, you know, like show her hand or whatever. Or not, because you don't know what race she is. We don't know what nationality she is. She might be. I might keep that a secret. You might see any spectrum of the color of hand. I'll keep it a secret. I was to be sorry she missed this conversation. We've talked about surrogates because listen, if I want to be with someone, I want to be, and I want to be physical and intimate with them, and you know, when you have kids, you know, a little harder to do that, a little harder to, you know, do that, a little harder to by the time the girl gets big, you know, and then afterwards, you know, she just pushed out a human being through there. So it's okay, like we're not gonna going for another several months. And it's like, so I was like, hey, how'd you feel about like if we did want to have kids one day, like how'd you feel about a surrogate? And she'd be like, you know, I was like, yeah, all right. So so if we do, might be through a surrogate, might be doing it with science, but we're not. Guys, our first date is like next week. Our first, and it's going to be like a whole bunch of dates, but um, and we've been talking on the phone a lot, a, a lot longer than I talked on the phone with most other bays. Um, the so you know, getting a lot of the first date stuff out of the way, like on the phone, and then again, we've been friends for years, been in the same group chats for like 10 years. Um, so yeah, that's but maybe one day we'll see. See, Bill Gardner, and yeah, that was Debbie. So let me know if you have the um the vibes. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Um, yeah, so we actually had a little small buy of Definity here just now, and that got us back to 1.9 cents. We were like 1.89 something. But yeah, the Devi. Let's go over to Definity here, guys. Definity, $2.9 million market cap. My entire group, we own, I don't know, we own several percent of that. I own like 1% myself, but we own several percent of Definity, like over 5. We own over 5%. We it might be like, I don't know if it's 10, it might not be 10. But it's over 5%. We own like 8% of the supply. 7, 8. And part of the reason why I'm going so hard on Devi now is because of the fact oh, sorry. And that's just the token. Definity is my biggest bag, not just because of the small amount of the token I have. I don't have, again, my community has a lot, but I own some of their, I own some of the company. Like I own well into the 5 figures of the company. And then I own quite a bit more than that in Bloomsbury money. And so it is my biggest bag by far. It's bigger than DACAT. And I'm not like, if it's just crypto, if we're talking everything, like DACAT's my second biggest bag because of the IP that I have with them. The IP rights that I have, and that's worth in the 6 figures by itself. But Definity is by far the biggest bag. I guess the Randy Chavez channel is worth a lot too, but can't really. I don't really want to sell that much more. If somebody wants to do like another 10%, that'd be fine because I own 75% of my channel now. I don't know. I don't want to give away that much more, but I'll do like another 10% or another 5%, then another 5%. The last time I had raised money, it was at a 400K valuation. Now it would be over $500,000. I would want to do if I were to unlock it, I'd want to do it at over $500,000. And if they do it 5%, you know, raise 25K at 5% at a $500,000, I might do that, but I'd want it a bit larger. Anyway, okay, I'm going over Definity here. We have a man who's coming on. Tammy, this is DMA links. I don't want to say margin account. Is there PNL? They are the creators / owners of the Definity token. They grossed so much so far. Can't believe they grossed in the 6 figures already. And this is why I believe they will be worth several dollars per token. I'm texting Tammy right now, like why why Definity tokens I think will be worth several dollars each. It's because, again, the revenues are insane. You'll hear it from Manu next week. When he's going to be on Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't even know if I have that in my calendar yet. It's just a mental note. Okay, I do in my calendar. That'll be on the 11th. And the so yeah, Definity is the biggest bag, but part of the reason why I'm going so hard on DEVVE right now, and that's what VeVe Vet has been talking about. And let me go to DEVVE here. Part of the reason for that is because DEVVE has their crazy exchange announcement, supposed to be this month. It might get delayed. It might get delayed a week maybe. Again, December's hard to get things done in because there's holidays, and not just like big American holidays, but in Europe in general, people just go on holiday all the freaking time because that's just what they do. And when it does, I think it's very reasonable for DEVVE to do a 10x, make it go from a 28, like $30 million market cap right now to $3 and something cents, and have it a $300 million market cap plus. And then again, if that happens, let's say it's at $3. It's going to be higher, but let's say at $3, and I have $350,000 just in DEVVE. Am I going to sell all of that or a third of that? No, but I want to keep the 100K in tokens. Or I want to keep 100,000 tokens, but that means I have an extra 12,000 right now. And again, over the next week, I plan to get like another 5,000 tokens. So that might be another another 17,000 tokens, which would mean an extra $50,000. Like if I were to sell those, because again, I want to keep 100,000 tokens, at least for right now. 50K, I could do some damage here, and I could buy a ton of OMI, and I could buy a ton of OMI, and then a ton of Definity, and some DACAT because I want to get more of that as well. So DEVVE is definitely my. It's not my biggest bag. It's not even my second biggest bag if you count the IP. But it's definitely something that I want to continue to. It will be probably my biggest crypto holding in the next like 4 weeks because of the announcement, and I think what that announcement does. And I have what is it? I think I made a video of this. By the end of next week, maybe early on the 15th. Well, it's my birthday. Depending on what OMI is, I might sell a little OMI, like a very small amount, like 1 million OMI like per day. But honestly, if it goes below 0002, I won't. I'll just sell collectibles. Fine. Although I guess in order to, once the collectibles are sold, then I would have to sell it anyway. I would do an OTC. I wouldn't have negative pressure on it. If it was, yeah, I'd sell the collectible. I wouldn't sell any current OMI. I would sell collectibles and then sell that OMI. But again, in very small amounts, because like $1 million, like $200 is not a lot. But over the course of 5 days, okay, $1,000, and then you get an extra 3,000 OMI. It's like, okay, well that's probably worth it, or 3,000 DEVVE, and that's worth it if the price stays where it is. And again, ideally, OMI would go up. But also at the same time, when DEVVE does that crazy run up, I don't know what happens to the other crypto in between. But if OMI does a 2x and DEVVE does a 10x, it's still okay for me to buy at 0004, even though it's been down here for so long and you'd rather buy down here. I'm still turning like that 10x in, and I'm putting it into something that's only done like a 2x from the bottom. Technically, at that point, it'd be a 4x from the bottom because we were at 000109 at some point. And yeah, I wish I would have got that there. I wish I would have got more there. Is this new bay hot? Regardless of what Tammy says, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's I wouldn't. So I wouldn't date an Uggo. Like I wouldn't date, like it just wouldn't happen. If there was like this, like a friend that just like was suicidal and she needed to feel like loved, and she was just okay, sure. But I wouldn't date a like in relationships. And again, y'all saw the podcast on Thursday. That was Zen Allegra. We were in a relationship. She wasn't just like a weekend warrior thing. In relationships, gotta be hot. So yeah. Real, all right, actually, maybe you get pictures. Maybe get pictures. I don't know. We'll see. But the big reveal will not be for some time. Right? Is new bay going to come on stream at some point? Yeah. At some point we'll get the bay on stream. But that might be several months down. She's a little shy right now. She hasn't done that type of stuff yet. Tammy's natural on stream. She is. It wasn't always that way, but yes, she is. Christmas becomes fun with kids. I think Christmas can be fun anyway. Although, be advised, I don't like Christmas. I have a very not good relationship with Christmas. That being said, I have healed, and I've healed, and now, you know, a little bit. It's in the military. I got a little better with it because when you're with your boys, like, all right, what are we doing? You watch Die Hard and you watch Red Dawn. When you're with your boys in the military on Christmas, you drink and you watch Die Hard and you watch Red Dawn and you get pizza. When you are with your boys in the military, you drink, you watch Die Hard, you get pizza, and you watch Red Dawn. That is Christmas. And then one year we watched Frozen. So you need to buy Devi with ETH. Yes, you need to swap ETH for Devi. Or anything on ETH, but yeah, you need to swap that. Khaki Guys is when Lambo. I don't know. We could probably get Lambos from. I mean, how much do Lambos cost? How much is a Lambo? Lamborghini. Oh damn, 200K for entry level models. Get one now. Like, what's the point, right? You know, to well over 700K for flagship hybrids like the Revuelto. Hurricanes 200K though, not bad. Keep stacking those DeLoreans. I will try. I will do. You know that I was looking at Rolexes. You could get Rolexes for like 15K. I thought Rolexes were like 4. I mean, you get Rolexes for 40, but the date just 36 is a 10. That's only 10 grand. The Oyster Perpetual 40 is less than 7K. So clearly there's Rolexes for the common man. Yeah, get this for 7K. I wouldn't, because I'm not a watchman. Like, if I get a watch, it's going to be a $10 thing that I can wear, that I can look at while I shoot. For me, a watch is just about functionality. I don't like big fancy watches. I like the $10 things that you can look at while you shoot, because it's functional. But I understand that a lot of people are big. They're big watch heads. They like to get a lot of the Oyster Perpetual 41. It's a pistachio dial with an oyster bracelet. Craftsmanship rhymes with high technology. Does it? I don't think it does. It looks fine. How do I buy this freaking thing? Can I buy it? It's not letting me buy it. It's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. I'm not buying a Rolex anyway, so. Coconut Drop did well. Did I did it? Let's take a look. So I've been sick, so I have not been paying all the attention yet. Let's see what we got here. I've been not paying much attention because I had a wicked, horrible time with the flu last week. But let's see what we have here. Well, we got sold editions $11.93, and the $15 set. Okay, yeah, almost $18,000. Not bad. Now that was a sold it. Now the crafted. I don't think it costs any money to craft, right? Requirements needed. Yeah, you just need the other things. You burn them. You craft. Yeah, okay. So that's not bad. 135 of them have been crafted. Okay, and we got well, it says no burned editions yet, but I'm yeah. So they sold about half. So they sold almost. They're literally they're $105 away from 18,000, and I'm sure they'll get it. But yeah, that's not bad. Good for them. Good for them. I'll take the 18K day. I'll take it. Sarah says, when you're with your kids, you watch Home Alone and Muppets Christmas Carol. So I will. Muppets Christmas Carol I actually really like. I actually I don't know how the fudge I remembered this. Not that long ago, it was on at a Christmas thing that I was at, and I hadn't seen it in like a good 29 years. I like not 30 years, but good quarter century plus. Because I watched it a bit, even when it wasn't Christmas time, when I was like 5, 6 years old. I like that movie. I don't really remember too. I thought I didn't remember anything. And the young Ebenezer Scrooge, like he's going to Christmas past, goes to Christmas past, taking him, and the girl's like, "But I thought you said something, something, something," and then it triggered a core memory in my head where I was like, "And business continues to remain poor," and I blurted out that line, and then everyone's like, "You really like this movie?" I was like, "I haven't seen this movie in like 25 plus years," and they're like, "How did you?" I don't know. Again, that some things that are in my mind, I don't even know they're in my mind. But yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol, I could totally see. Gonzo and Rizzo are pretty cool, and that Rizzo's great in that movie. Um, and I like was it Marty and Harvey, the old guys that are like, "Oh," like they're cool. Um, Home Alone is yeah, it's a classic. I feel like I've seen it though, like so many times. Like, and I don't like that movie enough to like want to watch it every year. Like the movies that I do like enough to watch every year, like there's some Pokemon movies, Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, I will watch every year. I will watch that multiple times. That movie is so freaking good. Um, God, when that came out, I was like 11 years old. What year did that come out? We're gonna Google this real quick. We're gonna Google the Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo on Zombie Island came out in '98, so I was 7 years old, and I remember just like this time the monsters are real, and I was like, what? And I was like, and I was Zombie Island Monsters are released September of '98, and oh, it was direct to video. Okay, so I never had it on video. I only saw it on Cartoon Network. Okay, Scooby Doo on Zombie Island, Cartoon Network. Oh, maybe it was okay. When did it premiere on Cartoon Network though? It released on September 22nd. Film was released and is notable. Okay. Hassle. Okay, that's fine. Plot, production. Okay, release. Higher than the direct to video. Okay, it was. Listen, whenever I saw it on Cartoon Network, maybe it was like a year later after they released it, right? I remember seeing that, and it was like Friday night. It was so freaking good. I was like, oh my god, I've seen that more than any other Scooby Doo movie, any more than anyway. Kids, I could do Muppets Christmas Carol, and I guess Home Alone the first. I don't know. And again, this is if I ever do have them, and if it's a girl, I might have to be like, babe, I need another egg because we're gonna we're gonna have to try again for a boy. I don't know. We'll see. Although I feel like I'm gonna fall into that trap of, although with CRISPR, I could just make I just pick the sperm that, for a boy, so that won't be a problem. Rolex is absolutely designed for functionality. All right, so I understand that Rolex would be, but I'm not going to go shooting with even a lower tier Rolex that's worth $8,000. I'm definitely not going shooting with a $300,000 or like $40,000 Rolex. But what's up, Jason Pena? Thanks for being a member. Yeah, I don't need it to be crazy, but yeah, yeah. Casio peak design, and you won't get mugged. I don't really go places. I was talking about this with my bae recently, that I don't really go places anymore where I would get. Although that's not 100% true, because sometimes some of the best food spots and some of the best dive bars are in little sketchy areas. And also, well, I should say this. I will go. I don't mind going into sketchy areas where it's like, yeah, we've seen these, carjackings and there's muggings. I won't really go into any. If it's a normal, just like a poverty area, that I don't mind that, because I can take anyone. If it's like a gang related mafia cartel area, then it's like, okay, I don't need that. I don't need that trouble, because then you don't, like, what happens if you fight back and kill one of the soldiers? Okay, you're just greenlit, and then you have the entire freaking organization. No, then you have to give up. You have to give up. You don't fight back at that point. You give that up. But if it's just like a relatively higher crime area where it's just like, it's just gonna be a random dude trying to rob, like, that's fine. I'm not gonna sweat that. We got Cardinal Gold Slayer says, I got a Black Dial first gen Omega Aquaterra back in 06 after my first deployment. Good use of deployment funds. Absolutely love it. Just expensive to get it serviced. We're gonna get back in to get a Black Dial Cartier Dos Santos for my next one. What a lot of people don't realize is that for deployments, you don't need much money. You have so in the military, you get paid like crap. You get essentially, you make pennies. But a lot of times in the military, okay, your rent's taken care of. Your and you have this thing, at least in stateside, called BAH, Basic Allowance for Housing. And they give you, let's say, depending on the area, $1,400 a month, $2,000 a month, like whatever. And you could, whatever you don't use, you get to pocket, you get to keep. So when you go and you take a look at, like, military, a lot of guys, they fit like 5 of them into a 2-bedroom, and they just pocket that money. And then when you go into when you deploy, you put your stuff in storage, and because deployment, you get hostile fire pay, imminent danger pay. If you're married or you have kids, you get family separation pay. You get tax free. So deployment, your money like triples, and you're not spending any of it, because on deployment you just got nothing. Like, you eat at the dining facility, and that, like, if you want to buy like extra protein at the commissary, you do that. If you want to buy any extra, you can do that. Deployed locations, you'll have like a Burger King, you'll have like a Subway. Um, yeah, the U.S. can set up a Burger King anywhere in the world in 48 hours. It's insane. Why? Because the troops love Burger King. Um, they'll have Navy ships on deployment in the middle of the ocean. They'll have a refuel supply. They'll have a supply ship come and give them like ice cream. Like it is so. Imagine being at war with the U.S. and you're like war of attrition, and you're dying here to get like a 1 cup of freaking rice, and suddenly you see this big ass what looks like a warship going to their other warship, and it's just to supply them with ice cream. Bro, fucking take me now. Like, just kill me right here. That would be the most demoralizing thing I would have ever seen. Anyway, so on deployment, you're not really spending a lot of money. Your stuff is in storage. You're chilling, right? You're chilling. So when people come back, they're like deployment rich, and most people spend it on cars. Most people spend it on whatever. But you got Goat Slayer that got an Omega Aquaterra, first gen back in 06 after the first deployment. Good stuff. After my first deployment, I bought a car. Served me well. Worn by Navy SEALs. Oh, all right. All right. All right. I'll take it. That I know. I have a Rolex Hulk. We have a Hulk. I have an army. We have a Hulk. So I'm in 5 different oceans with it so far. Okay. Okay, you're selling me on this. You're selling me. Okay. Might be because you're a member and I take what you say a little more seriously, but also you're selling me on it. How old I am 34. So I'm not a young man, and I'm not 24 getting ready to settle down, have kids. No, I am 34. I'm about to be 35. Actually, my bae is coming kind of for my birthday. She's coming on the 12th to the 14th, and my birthday is the 15th. So I technically won't see her for my birthday, but I'll see her for my birthday weekend. And that's a great weekend. It's a great weekend. And then I'm either gonna fly her out to Arizona, so we can all do the Stranger Things thing, or I might fly her out to. We'll go to Florida definitely next month. Where might do Disney. We might do again. We might do Disney. We might do Harry Potter World. I have to see because she has kids, and I have to see what her how long she can not how long she can not be around for, because I can't keep her for like 2 weeks. Kids would die. But you know 5 days a week. We'll see. What's 5? I know of 4. What's 5? What? Let me know. Agency. I stand corrected. It is fine. It is fine. Okay. Let's finish these comments, then I'll get back to crypto, and then I'll get back to the news. We got a bunch of C's. We do. We got a bunch of C's. The movie The Holdovers is a new Christmas classic. Must see. Must see, huh? Holdovers is 2023, 7.9 out of 10 for DMB. Okay, review. Cute and touching, if not laugh out loud hilarious. Thought-provoking dramedy. Interesting. Callum Stokers. Hey, Red, what's up, Callum? How's it going, fam? Been a while. Yeah. Algo says that you can't go wrong, Casio. Want something a little nicer, but not overly done. Grand Seiko is a must-have. Okay, it's good. I didn't know we had a bunch of watch connoisseurs in here. This is good. Supply ships supplying ice cream truck music over a loudspeaker in front of enemy watercraft would be epic war comedy. Yeah, that would be like, okay. Won't be dump if it ain't Nasdaq. No, it doesn't matter who it is. What matters is that it gets eyes on it. Because we've had the same 10,000 users here, holders forever. It just needs eyes on it. They have an awareness problem. That awareness problem is solved regardless of who it is. So for me, it doesn't matter who it is, although it does look like it's a U.S. stock exchange. The Nasdaq's definitely one of them that it could be, but yeah, it wouldn't dump at all from that. 35 to 50 happens in a flash. Look, honestly, the 30s have gone by pretty quick, and it's fucking Smash Mouth. They weren't lying. The years start coming and they don't stop coming. Like they started coming and it did not stop coming. If anything, it started coming faster. It's like freaking I Love Lucy and then the Chocolate Machine line. Like it's it's not life is great. Life is so much fun. But life is going by very quickly. It ain't long enough. 35 years ain't long enough. I'm gonna be 35. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna be closer to 40 than 30. So this I'm not gonna lie, this is hard. 30 was hard. 30 was very hard for me. I was freaking out. I was also on acid, but I was freaking out at 30. 31 through 34 were fine. That's fine. 35 is this is getting to me a little bit. This is getting to me. I'm not as bad as 30, but I just, even at 30, it's like, most of my friends still in late 20s, early 30s, but now I'm not, I'm mid 30s. I'm middle age now. Close. Not yet. Still 34. But man, I was dragging out 29 forever because it's rough, man. It's rough. Randy, your life pack number is one that means you're a born leader, very strong traits. I think I've been a very good leader in many things. There's been many times where I've been the glue that held friend groups together, and it's like we're all doing this, and we're all getting together, and we're all here because of me. Yeah, and and that's part of the reason why I should probably have a couple kids because kind of want to see that. I think the future. I think the world should always have a Randy Chavez, and have a couple kids. Maybe one of them or all of them, they become the next Randy Chavez. We'll see. Life path. A life path number. Born leader. Yep. Age is number until you consider tendons and ligaments. Yeah, no, muscles are there. The strength is, it's just the connecting tissue is not, that's not strong at all. Anyway, let's do DeCat, and then we'll do some OMI, and then we'll get to the news. If this freaking thing will get out of my search bar. Can you move, please? Okay, there we go. Let's get to DeCat, which has had $225 in volume today. That's not a lot. $1.2 million market cap, $330,000 in liquidity, which is fine. OMI here be having it's pretty flat on the day. $56 million market cap, 300,000 liquidity on the DEX. Oh, we actually went down to 1.9 before. Wish I would have seen that. Bought a little there. But let's see over on CoinMarketCap what the price is at, or what the details are. So again, $59 million market cap, $2 million in volume. Not a ton of volume on the day. I won't go below 300 million OMI, but so when I do sell, and I might not, but if I do sell some for DEVVE, either late next week or early week of my birthday, the 15th, then and it won't be a lot, it'll be like $1 million a day. So no one will feel it. But again, I won't go below 300 million in this. And even if I do, it'll just be until DEVVE does that pop, and then I'll put it right back in. And it's like, well, Chavez, if you're convinced that DEVVE will do this pop, which I'm mostly sure it will, it's like, okay, well, why wouldn't you take everything and sell it and buy it for DEVVE? Like, why not? Why not do that if you're going to get a guaranteed pop? First off, nothing's guaranteed. Anything can go to zero at little or no notice. But it's because OMI can pop at any time too. And so can Definity. And so can DeCat. So these are things that I do not wish to play with at that level. I have no problem selling a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit of the trimming off like even 5% is probably not a bad idea for me to do for those other things. I won't do it for DeCat because I promised them, the whale group, I would not sell. but for the other things, it's not a bad idea to take off 5, maybe even 10% to rebalance it and put it in there. If that would have gotten me, because again, if it still goes while I'm waiting for Devi to Moon, if OMI or Definity goes crazy, then yeah, then I could do a little bit of a then I could do a little bit of a what's that called? Rebalance the other way. Well, I wouldn't even need to rebalance. Like if it does go great, I'll sell a little bit more. But I think Devi's pop will be very significant. And the more I get now, again, the more over 100K I get now, the more I can spend on getting them. And the 100,000 that I'll keep for a while, that'll be kept for, that will be kept until I have until $10. When in that case, I'd have $1 million worth of Devi. And then if something hasn't run by then I'll really start, 50K here, 50K there. Like taking off 10%, I wouldn't do that in a day. I wouldn't, yeet 100K at once, but I would have no problem going in and saying like, okay, let's take off, $10,000 here, $10,000 there, and then, up until I reach that 100K, and then and buying stuff. Like if Devi's $10 while OMI's still down here, I'll blow way past 1 billion OMI. I will blow way past 1 billion OMI, and I'll get 2 billion. I'll if Devi's at $10 while OMI's at these prices, I'll get 2 billion. Because yeah, that's a lot. So let me, because that's how much I know OMI will pump at some point in the future. And now the issue would be, how much could I buy in the open market before it goes crazy? Because it will. And then obviously I'll get a bunch of DeCat. And then there's some that'll just be like, at that point, I might just go and grab some Bitcoin and tell my friend, hey, that's doing the high risk lending, I won't give you cash, but I'll give you Bitcoin, and here's, whatever. You might like that. We'll see. Or I'll just give him some Devi, see what he says. We'll see. Anyway, that's OMI. Let's go to some of the news here, because we have some news to go over. I'm gonna do Thursday. I do not think, therefore I do not am. Sam Altman explored buying rocket company to compete with SpaceX. That's insane. Oh, Devo Kyle says, I want to buy more DeCat, but I have to buy Devi. I understand 100,000% with you there. I will. I'm with you on that for right now. But once Devi goes up, I'm scoring on this crypto. Definity, OMI, DeCat. I am gonna go ham on it once Devi goes up. Oh, my back. My other back. And then I'm going to sell a little bit for me too, so I have a little bit real life to spoil the new Bay, to go in and spoil her a little bit. I gotta bring her around places. She will be at a couple VeVe events next year. Probably San Diego, because for New York and Designer Con, she'll be mad if I don't bring her to Vegas. I might bring her to Vegas beforehand, but for New York and Designer Con, like I'll be working for DeCat, so but that's really like I'll do it for a day, right? And then the other days I'll just go with her. But she does want to cosplay. She hasn't before, but she will want to, and I think I'll be in decent shape, so I might cosplay with her. So I'll bring her to San Diego. And then if we have any other VeVe events beforehand, I might bring her, especially if it's in the warm, because it's cold up here. So yeah. Anyway, Sam Altman explored buying rocket company to compete with SpaceX. That is retarded. China's state-owned banks are reportedly buying the U.S. dollar. Let's go. World's highest IQ holder just said Bitcoin will reach new all-time high this month. We might. Russia's second largest bank, VTB, is going to launch a Bitcoin and crypto trading venue in 2026. $100 million worth of crypto was liquidated in 60 minutes between 1:30 and 2:30 on Thursday. White House economic advisor Hassett says the Federal Reserve will likely cut interest rates next week. It's up to like 85, 86% on Polymarket. I still have not yet read the What If comic when Goofy was Spider-Man. David said on VeVe Zombies podcast the other night that big things are coming before the end of the year. Quite possibly the big announcement. I can't wait to see that. We shall see. We shall see. Quite possibly the big announcement before the end of the year. So that's why I would not sell my entire OMI bag for DEVVE. That would be, I think, very silly. Decentraland launched a music festival with some experiences and executive unlockables. I think it would be nice if VeVe could do that as well. We might see that at some point. Oh, that's hysterical. Apple artificial intelligence chief resigns. The Ash Crypto says they say the bull run is over, but altcoins are oversold. Stocks are at all-time highs. Gold and silver at all-time highs. Global liquidity is expanding again. More rate cuts are ahead. All key CME gaps have been filled. No top indicators have been triggered yet. Heck, the bears. Here's me and a cat. I love that cat. That was a great cat. His name was Leo. I loved him. There was a Marvel Comics mint number 31839 sold on Stacker World for almost 4 million OMI, about $850. Now, why 31839? What's special about that mint number? Well, the comic was released on August 31st, 1939. So 31 for the 31, 8 for the August, and 39. So that's a very special mint number. Very special. Tom Lee says crypto is bottomed. The U.S. Treasury bought back $2 billion of its own debt, making a total of $14.5 billion this week. Stop loss triggered. That's wild. Okay, we're gonna go there. We're gonna save that for the DEVVE solo video later. Tom Lee said that the crypto has bottomed and there won't be a 4-year cycle anymore. Happy birthday, Nancy Mace. Her birthday was the other day on Thursday. Great talking. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. On December 4th, there's 2.4 million OMI burned. That is great. Buying all of the. We should talk about Kabuto King, who has bought a total of 1,700 first edition Kabutos. They're all near mint. They're raw cards, and then he's got a bunch of other first edition Kabuto cards. I don't know if they're PSA 10, but they are first edition, and he's made them go insane. So let me try to find. Go on eBay here and say like Kabuto first edition PSA 10. I guarantee you these are like a couple $100 now. Jesus Christ. Kabuto first editions are $1,100. That is insane. Okay, so I found one for $760. But that's an auction. That is bananas. Wait a minute. Is this person using my photo? Anyway, yeah, people are going crazy because the Kabuto Kings gone nuts with it. Now that's first edition PSA 10, but Kabuto first edition raw near mint. You know, we'll take a look at those. Kabuto. Damn, that's insane that these are literally like $1,000 for kabutos. Like these are kabutos. Like these are not. This is insane. This is a common card. Like, so you can tell on the bottom right, there's common, uncommon, and rare. So common is the circle that you see here. Uncommon are diamonds, and the rares are stars. You have the secret rares that are triple stars, but this is a common card. This is insane. I knew you'd come to your senses and have kids. Will help keep you young while causing you to lose hair at the same time. I don't need to lose any more hair. And again, it's an if. Again, I probably should. So this is not for me. You have declining birth rates. From those declining birth rates, you want more kids in America. You want more high quality kids in America that is able, like, I want to have, as again, America I think is the greatest country in the world. I was born in Peru, but I became a citizen at 5. I served in the US Air Force. I love this country, and it's probably a good idea to have kids to put into the machine, not of like the military, if they want, but make something of themselves. And again, like, what did give me one sec here. Raj. And I don't want to get like too crazy political on here, but Tyler Bowyer the other day said, if you love Charlie, do the work to save the Republic. It doesn't have to be with Turning Point. We, of course, will put you to work if you follow the organization that Charlie built, but make a commitment to do the work. Start a family, keep a job, register to vote, go to church, become precinct leader, start a chapter, join a coalition, chase ballots, run for office. Now, I'm not, my work will probably not prevent me from running for office, but I don't want to say more important, but the best way I could help is probably not running for office. The best way I could help is probably by investing and donating to those that do or that can. But it's so strange. So 4chan, they used to be like the bad boys of the internet. Like they were a dark and dirty version of Reddit, where Reddit was a little like the front page of the internet, but they're like super left. But 4chan was just dirty jokes, and it was racism, and it was like they were always super edgy. They were always just like, let's talk about the things that you don't want to talk about. And many times it was they had taken it to a level where probably shouldn't, where they joked about stuff a little too soon, shouldn't have been joked about. Again, they're very racist, but in the crux of that, within the weeds, you did have some real conversations. You did have some people that were just like, hey, I know this might be seen as like not, like people joke about it, it's like horrible, but like let's talk about this. Like, does anyone have these facts? Does anyone like can we have like these conversations? And you would, and it's so strange how they were just seen as like the edgier ones. And now a lot of 4chan is literally just about like anyone from Tumblr or Reddit will be like, yeah, they're like red pill, they're like, followers of like Andrew Tate, and they're like which is fine. I think Andrew, a lot of times, what does he preach? He preaches like to be strong, to be loyal to your boys, to find a woman and have kids, like be a man of importance, man of culture, and find a woman and have kids. And if a lot of these hyper successful men that are, they're like, hey, listen, I get it, going around like having sex, cool, getting your dick wet, fine, but like any Yahoo that can manipulate women can do that. Like, it takes a real man to like have kids and raise good quality, good solid men and women, of course, but people that can affect the world and change it for the better. And you're not going to, like, you can only do so much yourself, and having kids might not stop. It might impede on that a little bit. That might slow you down. But it's one thing to like get on the soapbox here and be like, hey, this is what I think you should. And again, I think everyone should work out. I think everyone should work to be smart and get into something that is that will benefit you and your family and your network and your community and your country and then the world. And a lot of people don't. A lot of the, I don't want to say BS, because sometimes therapy and stuff helps people, but a lot of it is just like, oh no, like it's okay. You have trauma. Like, bitch, we all have trauma. Like, deal with it and like move on. Like work. Don't let that stop you from living your life and stop you from work and stop you from making the world a better place. And a lot of it is just like, no, it's you're not okay, but that's okay. And it's like, okay, you're not okay, but that's not okay. Like, you should work to be better. Like, everyone right now that's watching, the 137 people that are here, how good are you in compared to what you can be? Is anyone their best right now? And if you are, great. If you are your best right now, good for you. I am not. And even if you are at your best right now, does that mean you can't? Does that mean you just stop and just like, all right, I peaked? And does that mean you don't try to do more pull-ups than you could the day before? Does that mean you don't try to learn new vocabulary or a new language or a new art form or like get better at your craft? No, you could always get better. Vince LaSalle from Recess, TJ Detweiler from Recess used to talk about Vince LaSalle as like, just when you thought he couldn't get any better, this is him improving on perfection. And he was talking about like batting stance, whatever. But still, like, if you're and I like that type of message, and I think that message is good, especially for young men. And I can't be the one to like preach that message if I'm not living it. So there's the Gandhi story where this mother traveled so far to like tell Gandhi, like, hey, my kid won't listen to me. He keeps eating the sugar. I tell him it's going to rot his mouth. Like, I tell him like this is not good. Like can you, like, he'll listen to you. He loves and respects you. Like, can you tell him? And he says, I will, but next month. So the lady's like, okay, you can't tell him now. Okay, fine. Takes the long trek back. A month goes by. She takes the long trek back over here. Says, you tell him? And he says, listen, kid, understand sweets once in a while. Yeah, we all need to reward ourselves, but every day it is not good. Sugar's not good for you. It's bad for your teeth. Even with brushing, you need to take care of your teeth. You get one adult set, in theory. And the kid's like, okay. And the mom's like, was that so freaking hard? Like, Gandhi, like, you couldn't tell us this last month? And Gandhi said, listen, I couldn't tell him last month. I was still eating sugar because he didn't want to be a hypocrite. He didn't want to go in and tell somebody to do something that he himself wasn't doing himself. So yeah, it's hard for me to kind of preach that when, I'm kind of not doing that. And again, I still don't, kids, it's going to be hard. And not ready yet. I still need to take care of some things in the real life world, but Bill Denzel once famously revealed that he still took acting classes, meaning there's always, yeah, yeah. When I read that, I'm thinking like, bro, who the hell teaches this man about acting? Like, who thinks that like that? That's insane, because he's like one of the best actors. Like, I freaking love that man. Denzel's so cool, bro. Denzel's so chill. Oh. Okay, more news, and then there's an article to read that I have. So we shall. Okay. Okay, move on here. There's Kabuto. Oh gosh, don't even do this. Trash. Thursday, right? On December, all right, that was yesterday. Tom Lee's Bitmine bought another $131 million worth of Ethereum. That is insane. Netflix wins a bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery in deal that will reshape Hollywood. The streaming wars just ended. Netflix has officially won. Deadline reports Netflix has emerged victorious for the bidding war for Warner Brothers Discovery, offering around $28 per share, mostly in cash, with a $5 billion breakup fee if the deal falls through. Company will now enter exclusive talks to finalize the acquisition. What Netflix gets is Warner Brothers Studios, HBO Max, DC Comics, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, the entire HBO library, Warner Bros. Television and theatrical distribution worldwide. Decades of iconic IP from Batman to Looney Tunes to The Sopranos. This is a complete 180 for Netflix. The company has historically avoided major acquisitions, insisting it could build franchises more efficiently than buying them. But now that Stranger Things has ended, now they're swallowing one of the Hollywood's oldest studios whole. Paramount fought hard, arguing Netflix would face serious antitrust hurdles and that the sale process was tainted by management conflicts. They even accused WBD CEO David Zaslav of having personal financial interest in the Netflix deal. WBD shares hit a 52-week high of $26, nearly 4 times their low of $7.50 earlier this year. Movie theaters are terrified. Netflix wants a 17-day theatrical window before streaming, where AMC wants 45. Why does this matter? If you're in theaters for 45 days, it's not going to hit streaming sometime after that. But, and, you know, again, it's like, do I want to wait for streaming? Let's just go see the movie. I want to see it now. But if you're only in theaters for 17 days, it's like, okay, what's a couple weeks? I'll wait until it comes out on Netflix. But now, yeah, so, we'll see. Fight's about to get very real. I've only just begun. My man. Japan's 2-year yield jumps above 1% for the first time since 2008. You're so 2008. You're so 2000 and late. Meow, 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 meow. BlackRock has bought $28.78 million worth of Ethereum yesterday morning. Bitcoin treasuries. You have Hive Digital, Saquon's, Microcloud, DeFi Technologies, a smarter web company, Capital B, Bitcoin Group, Orange, BTC, Gemini Space Station, Inc., Emperor Digital, Boya Interactive, American Bitcoin Corp, GameStop, ProCap, Semler Scientific, Kindly, Next Technology, Galaxy Digital, Kango, GD Culture, Strive, Block, Hut, Tesla, Trump Media, CleanSpark, Coinbase, Riot, Bullish, Bitcoin, Metaplanet, XXI, Mara, and Strategy. Here's me 2 years ago. Good times. Okay, that's Thursday's news. We have an article that we need to take a look at. Oh, okay. Coming. I see you there. This is from misscrypto.de. Yes, translate this, please. VeVe and OMI, the big update. Kraken listing, collect chain, and massive token burn. VeVe ecosystem is currently undergoing significant expansion. The digital collectibles platform is introduced. Honestly, we've been here 90 minutes. I might make this its own video, and I have another. This is from Dr. Stephanie Morganroth. Yeah, I have this. I have this video I got to do. I got a DEVVE video I got to do. So I'll do that instead of here. So wait for that over the next several hours / day. I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comment's good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you for the super chats, everyone.